Hello and welcome, my precious and beloved ones, to my show called Spotlight. I am JC Crisologo, and today's Spotlight is a haunting in Venice. And this is such a beautiful mystery movie, and it was a film by Kenneth Branagh and filmed by Kenneth Branagh, a film directed by Kenneth Branagh, and also starring Kenneth Branagh. And it's a star-studded cast. I love the fact that Tina Fey, the comedian from SNL, is here. And kudos to Tina Fey. You've come a long, long way. And now she's not only doing comedy, but she's also doing more serious roles as this one. And also, before I go on any further with all the stars that are in the movie, so Jamie Dornan is in this movie, and for those of you who've seen 50 Shades of Grey, he plays the main character, the main guy in 50 Shades of Grey. Jamie Dornan, and Kelly Riley is here, and Kyle Allen, and Emma Laird, and Jude Hill. I really love that kid. I think that he did a phenomenal job. And Amir El Masri. And of course, last but not least, I'm so proud of her, and more, I want to see more of that Asian power on screen, is Michelle Yeoh. I love the fact that Michelle Yeoh played a medium in this, a medium conducting a seance, because there were two murders that were committed. And for those of you who are familiar with the Agatha Christie novelist, you know that her stories, her novels, is about the who done it, who killed this person. And I love the fact that most of the characters that are displayed in front of you look like they're also innocent, but it always turns out, always in an Agatha Christie novel, that one of them is the main culprit, is the main killer. But you don't know that, and it all builds up in the end, and in the end it's a shocking revelation of who that person is. So it's a great cloak and dagger whodunit type of a film. And Kenneth Branagh is an amazing director, not only an amazing actor. I was telling my producer director, Maria Pereza, how Kenneth Branagh made use of the camera that's only possible in today's world, because this couldn't have been possible back in the 70s, 80s, or even early part of the 90s without the use of a camera drone. There's a spectacular scene in this movie. It was a close-up shot, and the close-up shot, and then all of a sudden the camera went further and further and further away until it was hovering above them, this character. And then it took a sweeping shot of the entire city. And I love the way that it was done, because it wasn't done really fast. It was done in a slow progression. And that to me is like an amazing cinematography. So what do I think about this movie? Well, some of you will probably fall asleep, because majority of the scenes were very dark and atmospheric as my background right now, as you could see, is kind of dark. Well, not as dark as in the movie, because in the movie it was much darker than this. So I really love this movie, and I love the fact that they kept you guessing, and they were trying to drop some clues as to who was the killer. And but before I go on any further, just to tell you that I think that Michelle Yeoh did a phenomenal job in playing the seance, and I'm glad that, because in the beginning of Michelle Yeoh's career, she was known for her martial arts movie, or then in Crazy Rich Asian, she played the, not exactly the evil mom, but like the villainous mom in Crazy Rich Asian. So over here in the movie, she wasn't a martial artist. She didn't perform any karate. She wasn't an Asian mom in this movie, but she played a medium doing a table read for a seance. And I think that, and at this point, I love the fact that Michelle Yeoh is now an Academy Award winning actress, an Oscar Award winning actress. And she did this role amazingly. And you guys should really go out there and see this movie. And if you guys like a mystery movie, and if you like to watch a movie that, where you have to connect all the dots to see who the real culprit is, then this one is for you. It's kind of like a Sherlock Holmes movie. Oh, and by the way, this movie appears to be a paranormal ghost horror stories, but it's really not. It's really not. It just appears that way in the beginning and in the middle of the movie, and then it evolves into a type of a Sherlock Holmes, Agatha Christie story. And on that note, we will just go on a short commercial break, but I will be right back, so don't go away.
Traditional TV is going away. Hollywood is starting to fade. People are demanding real stories from real people. Our voices are now being heard in our own way. Podcasts, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and TikTok Live are becoming the norm. Internet TV has now reached the highest demand in human history. Social media shows is now the new media of the century.
It's a tough market. We get it. Home inventory is at an all-time low. It's a seller's market, and cash buyers have the advantage. Recently, cash buyers made up more than a quarter of all home purchases. But we have the solution. New American Funding's Buyer Accepted program allows your buyers to compete with all cash offers by becoming cash buyers themselves. Here's how it works. Buyer Accepted LLC, an affiliated company of New American Funding, will purchase your buyer's new home with cash and sell it back to them for the original purchase price, plus a fee that can be added to the purchase of the home once they secure mortgage financing with New American Funding. The best part is that they don't need to sell their current home first. This is a true cash offer. Clients who use our Buyer Accepted program can secure financing using a conventional loan and even VA. Plus, there are no fees for agents and no sacrificing commissions. Buyer Accepted even offers a free 1-hour certification course that will make you the expert. You want to close more deals and help more clients? New American Funding's Buyer Accepted program is the answer.
The year is 2980, and we now know that death is not the end. A soul can be extracted from the recently deceased and be used to create a blue liquid called essence. It can bring a person back to life.
We'll get her back.
I hope so.
It's an expensive process used by the rich and powerful. The rest they do what they can to survive.
Stay right there.
You told me you're hiding from some dangerous people.
Let's knock on the door. I spent the last year searching for the Deep Star. A bounty so big that the entire galaxy could be yours.
People have been looking for the Deep Star for years. It can't be found.
It's because they can't find the distress beacon. I know where it is.
If we find the Deep Star, we could get enough credits to bring Mom back.
Blast off.
Guys, we have company.
You can run, but you cannot hide. Prepare for impact.
I am now authorized to take action.
And now you die.
No!
And welcome back to the last segment of Spotlight. I am JC Crisologo. For those of you who've missed the first segment of this show, my movie review, today is the movie A Haunting in Venice, a movie by Kenneth Branagh, also directed by Kenneth Branagh, and also starring Kenneth Branagh. Talk about a one-man show, right? But so before I go on any further with the subject matter of this movie, I'd like to thank all our sponsors here on the Social Media Shows Network. First of all, I'd like to thank Michelle Kubiak and Deacon Tom, Deacon T, and also First American New American Funding. And who else am I forgetting? Am I forgetting anybody else? Okay, so those are our sponsors, and also our movie sponsors, Space Rangers. And is it Space Rangers? Space Wars. There you go. Oh my gosh. There must have been a Space Ranger somewhere. Space Wars. Space Wars. 6 Wheels from Hell and Move Me No Mountain. Oh my gosh. It's so terrible when you're like Dora the fish who's suffering from a short term. So anyhow, and a shout out to all of you who are watching the Spotlight, watching this show. Popit from the Philippines, and Ellen and Athena and Sophia Meatballs and Eva Marie Magliari and all of those who are watching this. Thank you from the bottom of my precious heart. Thank you so much. And so, on with the show, on with the subject matter of A Haunting in Venice. So, truly amazing actors, and not only from Kenneth Branagh, although, because Kenneth Branagh is an Englishman, I really missed listening to his British accent, because in this movie he had a thick French accent, and I mean he's pretty good, with his French accent. I love that. And also, like I said, Tina Fey came a long way, and I love the kid that played the son in this movie. So there's a kid. Oops, my cheat sheet disappeared. I have a cheat sheet because I don't remember everything. Okay. So, the son, who's played by Jude Hill, he plays the character Leopold Ferrier. Truly an amazing actor that child was. And I love the way he acted, and he really played a major role in this film. Every single one of them, very intense, very dramatic acting, including the comedian Tina Fey. Although I have one small critique by Kyle Allen, who plays the jealous boyfriend. It's almost like there was a part in his acting that you could really see that he was acting. And to me, it was a little bit distracting because you want it to feel organic and you don't want it to feel like they're just acting in front of the camera. You want everything to look natural. And like he got into a point where you could see that it became so theatrical, and not in a good way. Not in a good. It felt very stagey. It felt like I went to the theater and I was watching a live show, and this actor was acting like right in front of me. With, let me give you an example. This was too much, and I mean, for comedy, Gizzy and his frenemies, that's fine, but seeing it in the giant screen, in the Hollywood screen, I was like, oh, okay, oh my gosh, oh, yeah. I was like, director, can somebody yell cut and remove it? So I was like, oh my gosh, clutch the pearls if I only had one. So, but anyhow, but don't worry, because even with that distraction, to all the ladies out there and to those who feel like ladies out there, Kyle Allen is a visual eye candy. Maybe that came along with the distraction as well. He was a visual eye candy. And so, once again, I highly recommend this movie for those of you who like the mystery murder movie of like scratching your head. Gee, like, I wonder who killed this person. And it's always in an Agatha Christie novel that's translated into a movie. The villain is always the person that you never expect. And you'll say to yourself, oh, I never expected that person to do that. And it's almost like a curve ball thrown your way. And by the way, before I end this show, I just want you to know that Kenneth Branagh did most of the Agatha Christie movies. And the first one was Murder in the Orient Express. And in that movie, Johnny Depp did a cameo. And of course, in this movie, spoilers alert, Michelle Pfeiffer was the murderer. And the second one was Murder in the Nile. And my beautiful favorite actress who played Wonder Woman, Gal Gadot, was also in that movie. And all those two other movies, again, were a film by Kenneth Branagh. And I know that this won't be the last movie, Agatha Christie adaptation by Kenneth Branagh. There's going to be another one. And on that note, before I let you go, here's my little rant of the day. So it's already a negative world, and so let's try to make it a peaceful one, just like the song goes, let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Yes, let us be peaceful and not create any drama. Let's hold each other's hands, even if we hate each other, and sing, Kumbaya, my Lord. Kumbaya. I feel like killing this person. Oh my gosh. Anyhow, the world is a huge stage, and there is enough space for all of us to shine. That spotlight isn't only for you, it's for me too, and for other people too. Okay? And so I leave you now with your best fashion accessory is your self-confidence. And with that secured self-confidence, you don't need to put others down. And also, if you want to be on a diet, the best veggie to eat is celery because it's the vegetable that eats you. Chowder!